And as I stood there, with my face pressed to the window, suddenly, the hair on the back of my neck stood up. I turned, and Cinderella was standing in the doorway, her eyes gleaming. Before I could run towards her, she slammed the door shut, and I heard the lock click. "Let me out! You crazy witch! Let me out!"
Cinderella Story for Adults by My Story Animated.
In Grimm's version of the fairy tale, apparently my sister and I weren't even worth naming. But at least we were rightly described as beautiful. In Disney's version, our names are mentioned, but can you recall them? No. I bet all you can remember are two pug-nosed sisters with terrible hair, the nasolabial fold of a 70-year-old, annoying voices, and very big feet. The thing is, we really weren't ugly, especially me. Honestly, I was kind of a looker from the right angle. No, move to the left. That side is prettier.
When the nose is not so long. I see it. You were cutie. You might even been cuter than Cinderella.
Like, sure, I could have benefited from a nose job if it was a thing back then, but I've got great hair, a banging body, and deep eyes that look like dark pools you could drown in. Or so I've been told. No, the problem wasn't us. The problem was her. Because next to her, anyone would look like a gnarly potato. You know how one day you feel you're looking really good?
Yeah.
The skin is skinning, the hair is hairing, the outfit's outfitting. And then you see some celebrity on Instagram and feel like you two can't even be creatures from the same planet?
I don't know about that. When I see them, I'm usually thinking, damn, I'm fine, because I don't know how they got famous from their looks. But when I see me in the mirror, I'm like, I should be famous just for my looks. Because damn, I'm cute, nigga. Damn, like, if I started an OnlyFans today, who's that girl that said she made 46 million on OnlyFans? Who's that girl? Cause I'm cooked. Like Sophie Rain, she would have nothing on me. I would be making it rain on Sophie Rain. I would be making it rain like boy. And then when they see the badonkadonk walk by, they'd be like, damn, he's got a fatty on him. And I'd be like, look, I'm just working what God gave me. You feel me?
Yeah. That's feel like you two can't even be creatures from the same planet? Yeah. That's what the Cinderella effect was. Making everyone around her look like E.T. And you know what the biggest joke is? She was never a victim or forced to be our maid.
Tell us the real story.
She was very OCD, so scrubbing everything like a maniac all the time is entirely on her. No one asked her to do that. I guess she didn't love being a nobody, because slowly, very slowly, she started spinning her story. And before we knew it, we were the villains. She was the poor, mistreated servant girl, and I was the bitter hag trying to steal her man. But he was my man first. My name is Drizella, and I'm here from the dead to tell you the true story of how Cinderella pulled off one of the greatest cons in history. She had the name, the ball, the prince, the animated pigeons, the march, the eternal adoration.
I knew something was up.
Built on lies.
I knew
all
it.
of it. Well, except for the part about me having really big feet. Like, I was told most of my life to shop from the men's section of the shoe store. I bet that's half the reason I've ended up being a villain in every version. Because how dare I imagine myself as a worthy princess with my US size 11 feet?
Damn, size 11 US?
I'm so happy! Thank you!
Jamie, thank you. What are we rocking? These is 10s, my nigga. Damn! I just want everyone to hear this out loud on YouTube. This comment right here. Foot job from her would go crazy. Okay. She should have done only feet is mad work. They would love that. Oh my, you're right. If it was today's day and age with the Gooners though, they would die for those feet. Cinderella wouldn't even be a thing. She wouldn't survive out here. they'd be like, oh, look at those pretty, long, luscious toes. They just look so suckable, so luscious. Can I oil them up? I'm 15, I wear 14s US. Yeah, see? Why? Insane.
Myself as a worthy princess with my US size 11 feet. I digress. I must stay on track. And even though my version of events is no charming fairy tale, I must begin the story the right way. Once upon a time, there was a man with a family, a fortune, and a functioning household. So naturally, he had a midlife crisis and ran for the hills.
Gone to figure myself out. Don't wait for me. And tell your
He
mother.
ran from his family?
It's not me. It's her.
I hope you figure out you suck big time. Yeah,
Damn, left
I
all
wasn't
of them?
shocked. Because honestly, we'd be idiots if we hadn't seen this coming.
I crave adventure. This provincial family life is suffocating my soul. Someday, I'll leave to seek my higher purpose.
All right,
Marriage
buddy.
and fatherhood can't be it. I have to find myself, and I really don't think I can do it.
How?
Married to you specifically.
Oh,
But Mother
well, that was personal.
still blindsided, shocked, bamboozled. Why had he left? Was it because she wasn't pretty enough, or young enough, or hadn't plucked her eyebrows properly since 1823? Maybe her elbows were too pointy. Maybe her eyes lacked emotional depth. I tried to explain that it was more about him being a spineless lizard running away from adult responsibility, but she just kept sinking in the depths of her despair.
At the same time, at least he waited until the kids were like 18 though. At least he didn't dip while they were like 5 or 7. You know? He waited until they were old enough to take care of themselves, and he was like, all right, like, I'm about good with this. I'm out of here. Like, you guys can figure it out. Your mom will be fine. We haven't had love in decades. I'll step out. I'll step out of here. Like, at least, right? At least.
And the couch. And without a husband around, she went into full damsel in distress mode.
Oh, how I crave pickles. If only I had a man with strong arms to open this jar for me.
Never mind that she had servants to open all the jars in the world and 2 perfectly decent daughters. Okay, fine. She had 1 decent daughter. Because the other one was Anastasia. Let's just say that we didn't know back then that excessive glue sniffing causes brain damage. And that kid always had her head stuck in a pot of glue.
Crazy.
Anastasia, focus! With father gone and mother officially losing her mind, you and I have to run this household. Mother has plenty of money, but we need to start budgeting.
Why? Mother's always telling me to stop budgeting when I'm around horses because it makes them nervous. Like,
What?
hello, lady. I'm the nervous one here. I'm the one who got kicked by a horse in the head.
No, she's telling you to stop fidgeting. Those are 2 completely unrelated things.
Are you sure? They sound a little related.
They're not! Look, budgeting just means that we need to keep track of our expenses.
Balls.
For instance, how much do we spend on candles per week?
Can you tell me?
Candles? At least 11.
11 what?
Candles.
I meant money.
What about it?
How much money do we spend on candles?
We spend money on them?
No, Anastasia. They just grow on trees and we pluck them like fruit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Candles.
Wait, so they ain't got no one there to pay the bills anymore. You guys are definitely gonna go broke. Mom's not working. You guys aren't working. Who's holding up the castle at this point? Fuck budgeting. You can't even bring in any more money. It's GG's. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's over.
Are free. What's the next item on your fidgeting list?
Yep. This was my partner in responsibility. Her loyalty was unwavering, as was her misunderstanding of absolutely everything. She had a heart of gold and the usefulness of a fork in a soup bowl. Okay. I'll stop roasting my poor sister now. Despite all her flaws, she was my rock. Heavy, useless, and mostly in the way. Bazinga! But we soon had a much bigger problem at hand. Mother was dying for attention from men, and word of her wealth and desperation spread fast, sending
okay. So
every
they just got a lot of money in the
gold-digging
bank,
bachelor
period.
within 100 miles our way.
It'll
And I
last them a
figured
while.
out how to get rid of them fast. Of course, my sister slowed me down. Okay, Anastasia, are we ready for afternoon tea?
Absolutely. I ordered those fancy pastries Mother loves, fresh lilacs, lemon curd.
No, Anastasia, not the actual tea. The plan. Are we ready for the plan?
Oh, the plan. Right. Let me just quickly cancel the musicians.
You ordered musicians? This isn't an action.
I've never really watched this channel before, but like, let me just take the moment to give absolute insane credit to the voiceover work, the animations, the holy just wow. The scoring of the music in the background, it's actually just peak. Like, what the frick? I see why this channel pops the frick off. I never understood why niggas got into it, but like, their Darman level of animation style. Well done, dude.
Actual date, it's an ambush. Do you
This is
remember
like
the
a
strategy
movie.
or not?
Not really, but I'll think of something on the spot. You know I'm very quick on my
Did you just forget the word feet?
quick on my feet? No, that doesn't make sense. You know I run slower than a duck. I have yet to beat a duck in a race.
Oh my god. Focus on the tea.
Fine, I'll spill tea on his thighs.
No, that's not what we... Actually, you know what? You do that. Leave the rest to me.
Great, and afterwards we can eat the pastries?
Yes, we can eat the pastries.
And the lemon curd?
Yes, fine. The lemon curd, too. I had discovered that the fastest method to drive off unwanted suitors was to casually mention Dad, and then watch Mother spiral into all 5 stages of grief. Well, 4. Acceptance was off the table. Mother, you look lovely today. Isn't this the dress you were wearing the day Father left?
No,
that's
that
just-
was the
that's
lavender
just
one.
Deep.
Oh, yes. The one Father said made you look washed out.
He said what?
Damn, she does become the mean sister in the show, right? Cause like, you just, those were insane shots. I thought you were gonna bring it up softly like, oh, hey mom, I'm really missing Dad right now, but jeez.
Adam, you look absolutely radiant today. I cannot understand why any man would leave you.
Of course he didn't leave me. He just relocated temporarily. I'm sure at this very moment he's thinking about how much he misses me, and he's making his way back home.
So why are you on a
I
date?
didn't think this was something temporary.
You're right. I'm such a fool. Because honestly, what is there to miss? Just the woman who gave him the best years of her life. I held this family together. I cooked. I cleaned.
When? You ironed a napkin once.
I'm the one who holds anything together.
But if he'd just communicated properly, I could have changed. I could have sent my daughters to finishing school and gone with him to find himself and slept under the stars. I could have been free-spirited and spontaneous. Do you think if he knew this, he'd come back?
No.
I really can't say, madam.
Oh, there's no point thinking about it. He's gone now. But you're here to mend the pieces of my broken
Oh.
heart, right?
Oh.
You have good, strong shoulders to cry on.
Oh.
I'm going to cry on them so much.
Oh.
It's getting kind of late for my horse's dinner. This has been lovely.
Are you running away from me too?
Never, no.
I mean, yes, but it's not you, it's me. Oh!
He was leaving anyway, genius. Tea is expensive.
You're all crazy.
As he ran off and Mother sighed.
She's clingy. She's clingy, right? She's a bit crazy as well. We all just saw that. But like, she's a decamillionaire, dude. She's got a bunch of wealth sitting in the bank and she needs someone to share it with. And you're a single man still out there looking. Why wouldn't you take the chance, bruh? W man for leaving in that situation. She obviously has some shit to figure out. All right, that's the right thing to do. But we're not here to talk about the right thing to do. We're here to be toxic and get some cash. All right? We're not thinking about what she needs, her emotions. We thinking about how we gonna get this money. You feel me? We need to marry into the family. You drain her out of every penny she has and leave her in the dust. See, now that's what I'm talking about. Would it have been more realistic if he smacked her for that? It would have been more realistic if he had fell into it like, of course you can cry on my shoulder, baby. You can let those tears drip all the way down me. We would have been locked in. We would have been locked in. I would have been like, I see you running up game, boy. Marry her, then slime her. Next week, kids can be slimed too. All right, standard. See, you went a bit too far. Bit too far.
Sobbed into the defensive.
You're all crazy.
As he ran off and Mother sobbed into the tablecloth, we high-fived. I thought I was so smart, chasing off Mom's suitors and taking charge of the household. But then I made the biggest mistake of my life. Yeah, bigger than letting Anastasia give me a haircut once. I hired a gardener.
Ma'am, thank you for the position. If it pleases you, my daughter Ella will also be staying with me in the servants' quarters. I'm sure she can make herself useful to you.
A girl my age emerged from behind him, and I will never forget the first time I saw her. Her hair was like honey catching sunlight, her skin like porcelain, and her patched-up linen dress looked better than any silk I owned. Her eyes were the kind of blue that would make painters cry into their palettes trying to replicate it. Every feature on her face was in perfect harmony. And then she smiled. We didn't know it yet, but the entire trajectory of our lives was rewritten at that moment.
Oh my, just look at you, child. Like something out of a dream. You're perfect.
You're too kind, ma'am. I'm so grateful to you for letting me stay.
She's glowing. Should people glow? Do you use some kind of special shampoo made from unicorn tears and fairy dust?
You're funny. I like you.
Did you hear that, Drizella? She likes me.
As Mother led her father away to show him their living quarters, and I don't know, Anastasia.
Oh, the mom and the gardener falls in love with the mom, and we have a whole relationship. So then Cinderella joins the fam. Is that how that works?
Went after a butterfly. Cinderella stayed back and looked directly at me.
Drizella, isn't it?
Yes. And you're Ella?
Yes, but my late mother nicknamed me Cinderella because I'd always sleep by the fireplace and get covered in ashes. You know how nicknames stick. You don't have one?
No.
Hold on. Cinderella sounds like a bitch right now.
You can call me Miss.
You hired my father, Miss. That means you changed my life. And I will be sure to return the favor.
I felt a chill.
Why do I not trust her even in the slightest? What the hell is she up to? The way she said that? You hired my father, Miss. No. You sound like a witch. You sound evil. She has the voice of a villain.
Chill down my spine that had nothing to do with the weather. As she walked away, I just knew I disliked her intensely. Part of me thought it was because I was jealous, and
she came in that baby to take. She had our plan. She's like, my nigga, we here for the munyon. She had our plan. She's like, you think I didn't plot with my dad to come and take your family's money, son? You thought I'm here to just be your gardener? Or we gonna be using some hose, Stop it, that's a D-slapper. I'm on one today. I'm on one. Put me up. Hey, tight.
I disliked her intensely. Part of me thought it was because I was jealous, and yeah, of course I was. But I just had a feeling that beneath that flawless facade was someone calculating and dangerous.
For sure, dude.
Oh, how I wish I wasn't right for once.
She sounded like every evil villain from an anime.
She just helped. She polished the silver, dusted the bookshelves, organized the pantry, but then she started having ideas for everything. She rearranged the furniture, suggested new colors for the curtains, and started embroidering tablecloths and crocheting bedspreads.
It's like watching angels knit.
Even I couldn't deny her taste was impeccable. And soon, Mother wanted her opinion on everything. And then, she was suddenly instructing all the maids, the butlers, and the cook. The cook! That toad never listened to anything I said. The house sparkled, the cutlery gleamed, the food actually had flavor, and I could see my reflection in the floors now. How could I complain about that? But I couldn't help being bothered by how she had Mother and Anastasia wrapped around her little finger.
Yup.
She would make them face masks and hair oils, play the piano for them like she was Mozart's daughter, and sing like a nightingale. And then there was the dancing. There was a celebration as always at the end of the harvest season, and as the servants gathered to dance, Cinderella joined them. She didn't dance like a girl raised in servant quarters. She danced like the air was conspiring to hold her up, like the music was written just
What can
for
she
her.
not do?
Like she'd spent her whole life rehearsing her steps to perfection. Everyone was mesmerized.
She's so graceful. Not like my girls.
That was the first time I heard her say it. Not like my girls.
That would hurt me in the soul, man. That would hurt me. Oh, any parent saying anything like that about another kid? Oh, he's such a great soccer player. Not like my son, he's ass. Oh, you're so smart. Not like my son, he's fucking stupid. Oh, what would you even, shoot her? To be honest, that would be the first dark thought to enter my head. That would be the intrusive thought to enter my head. I'm like, I gotta shoot that bitch, bro. Cause what the fuck? Mom need? What the fuck mom mean by that shit, bro? She gotta die. Planetary devastation. You gotta send her away, bro.
That was the first time I heard her say it. Not like my girls. But it wasn't the last. Soon, Mother was drawing comparisons between her and us all the time.
Oh, no.
Telling us how we could try to be more like her. And I swear, I would have given up and accepted her perfection and superiority if it wasn't for the bird incident.
Come here,
Talk to me.
Drizella, look. A robin's nest right outside Ella's window. Isn't it sweet? It's gonna have babies soon.
Yes, lovely. But I bet it won't be so sweet when they're all screeching at dawn. The two of them continued to look utterly enchanted, and I lost interest soon and left. But the
Okay.
next morning, I ran outside to Anastasia screaming. I found her standing under the tree, and the nest lay on the ground, completely destroyed.
Oh.
The eggs and the robin were gone. Anastasia cried half the day, wondering if it was the work of an evil squirrel or an evil
Or
raccoon
Cinderella.
or an evil eagle. Later that evening, Cinderella walked into the living room, holding something behind her back.
Mother, I made you a gift.
Mother? Since when did she... Then I saw the gift, and my blood ran cold. It was a delicate comb, woven with tiny blue-gray feathers twisted through gold thread.
Oh my dear, it's exquisite.
Mother kissed her on the cheek. Anastasia clapped, while I just stared, stunned. This couldn't just be my imagination running away with me, right?
It's just a bird though, chat. We kill animals all the time and use it for clothing and eat food. That's all I'm saying. But like, definitely a red flag due to the fact that Cinderella knew the sister really liked the bird and was fawning over the bird. She definitely kind of wildin'. That's a dark move right there. Or that's true. Why did she destroy the eggs? She didn't have to do all that. That's very true. She could have just killed the mom, but she'd have to knock down the whole nest, throw that baby down on the floor. That's true. She didn't have to do all that.
Stunned. This couldn't just be my imagination running away with me, right? Still feeling uneasy, I was going up to my room for the night when I found Cinderella polishing the stairs banister vigorously. Still cleaning? You really love it, don't you?
Oh, yes. It really helps me think. And all the work makes me sleep soundly at night.
You should be sleeping well tonight anyway. You know, without all that chirping right outside your window.
Yes, such a noisy little thing that robin was.
I wonder what happened to it. And we both know it wasn't an evil
Hold
squirrel.
on.
Cinderella straightened and met my gaze, smiling.
Please, Drizella, do I look like the kind of girl who murders birds?
Oh, now you lying.
But looks can be very deceiving.
People only see what they want to see. Luckily for me, they always want to see an angel.
Without a shadow of a doubt then, I knew this girl was a psychopath. I just stayed away from her as much as possible. I was also glad that Mother was spending less time with her since she'd recently found gardening and spent hours outside taking interest in dirt and compost. I was happy she had a healthy hobby. Until I walked into the living room one afternoon to find her and Cinderella's father sipping tea.
There it is. There it
and
is.
holding hands.
There it is.
What's going on here?
I'm digging in
What
something
does
now.
it look like?
Not in the garden.
He's about to flip your palm over and read your future because no other explanation will make much sense.
Drizella, I know it's been hard on you since your father left and you miss him.
Nope, not even a little. Not even at all. Speak for yourself.
Honey, a woman needs a man in her life. His companionship, his strong hands, his opinions. What I'm trying to say is, Mr. Rivers and I, we're...
No.
Digging.
No. If
Digging.
your next words are in love, I'm throwing myself out the window.
Will you just let me finish?
Fine.
In love.
Great. Fantastic. Open the window with your strong hands, Mr. Rivers, so I can throw myself out.
Why would you be so upset, Drizella?
And
Hold
then
on.
to
Hold on.
always
Hold
make
on.
things
oh
worse.
my God, they plotted. They so freaking plotted. They plotted. Why is he cross-eyed? That's a great question. Because he's the idiot. He's essentially, they're showing through the art that he didn't understand his plan very well, right? But Cinderella is the one who came up with the plan. He's the tool, right? Cinderella's the one who's been cooking this plan. Marry the mom, we get rich, we do what we want, Dad. Once we're in, we're never out. All you gotta do is dig in her one time, Dad. You've been digging for years. I just need you to dig one more time, Dad. One more time. And they dug. They dug for gold. They dug for vagina. They dug for it all. Honestly, round of applause, Cinderella.
So upset, Drizella.
And then, to always make things worse, Cinderella walked in.
It's a beautiful thing for two lonely widowers to find love again.
My father isn't dead.
We don't know that.
Oh my God. Had she found a way to get rid of him too? No,
Totally.
she was just saying things to irk me. Cinderella put her hand on my arm.
We're like family already. This just feels like it was meant to be.
I really thought I might gouge Cinderella's blue eyes out with a fork. So I stormed off, grabbed a horse, and rode furiously, not even sure where I was headed. I just had to get away. I remembered an old estate on the hill that had burned down decades ago. It had never been rebuilt, but the library had survived. I'd sneaked in there a few times before, and I definitely needed abandoned ruins to rage in right now. I pushed open the creaky library door, grabbed a book randomly from the shelves, and plopped myself onto the couch next to a pile of dusty blankets. But then, the pile moved. I turned around, terrified, to see a boy emerge from under the blankets.
Oh,
Nigga, you
wow.
sleeping in the house?
Just one girl. I thought an army of banshees had descended upon me.
Are you a ghost?
No, but that scream should have woken all dead people within a 5-mile radius. Ow! What was that for?
If it had passed through you, it would have meant you're a ghost. I was just checking.
Did you miss the part where I specifically said
This is gonna get so sad. Giselle's gonna fall in love with this guy. Because look at him, he's a beautiful prince. But then Cinderella plots again, comes, steals her from right under Drizella's belt.
no to that question?
Why would I expect a ghost to tell the truth?
Then why even ask?
Okay, fair point. What are you doing here, blending into the furniture?
Exactly that. I just wanted to disappear for a while. What about yourself? This isn't the most obvious hangout spot for a girl like you.
A girl like me?
Well, you don't look homeless in your silk gown.
You're not exactly some local goat farmer yourself.
How dare you? I'll have you know I milked a goat. Once. It ran away crying, but still. My name's Henry.
Henry what?
Just Henry. First name Just.
Okay then. Just Henry? Countess Dracula.
Charmed to make your acquaintance. Now, is there any chance we could both disappear here together for a while? We don't have to talk about what we're running away from.
I like the sound of that. And somehow, after that, Henry and I started meeting at the old estate. Not often, maybe once every week. We didn't ask why the other was there. We didn't even ask real names. Of course, a part of me was growing curious, but not knowing also felt weirdly nice. Like we were two fugitives, hiding out here and talking about books, ideas, the world. Anything but ourselves. But one afternoon, as I rode back home after meeting him, I came upon a scene of chaos.
What?
Mother was wailing like someone had died. Anastasia was blocking out the sound with pastries. And Cinderella was on the floor at Mother's feet, a picture of despair. It turned out that Mr. Rivers was a greasy rat who had run off with Mother's jewels. And he'd left Cinderella behind. Man, I would have given him the jewels myself if he'd just taken her.
He took advantage of me. He played with my heart and threw dirt in my
Bro messed up the plan!
eyes. I will never forgive him. I will tear out every flower he planted with my bare hands.
For a moment, I felt hope. Surely Mother would toss Cinderella out after this. She would be a constant reminder of—
Why would you run out with short-term cash? Well, you could be rich forever, nigga. Why would you run out with short-term jewels when you could be rich for life? Like, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, dude's an idiot. Dude's an idiot. Maybe the mom was just way too overbearing. That's God, like, she must be that bad.
of his betrayal.
Please don't send me away. Please don't send me away. This is the only place I've ever felt safe. I will do whatever you ask of me. Please, I love you. I love our home, Mother.
Ugh.
Oh, my poor precious child. How could I hate you? You're betrayed and abandoned just like me. Of course you will stay here and we will heal together.
Damn.
Anastasia and I were abandoned too, and Mother never paid attention to our healing. As Cinderella sobbed into Mother's lap, she shot me a sideways glance that clearly said, "Checkmate." Mr. Rivers' betrayal just cemented Cinderella's place in our home more firmly. Now she wasn't just beautiful, she was tragic too.
This nigga is a fucking psycho. That was the plan? To trauma bond? So she stays and still gets wealthy with the family, but dad takes an early piece. Holy smokes. We playing checkers. She playing fight now. She cooking. No, Cinderella, you nice. You nice. You nice.
She needed love and care, and everyone from the servants to the house cat wanted to give it to her. Mother now referred to her as my precious girl, while Anastasia and I were quietly downgraded to the other two.
Damn.
And I just found being around Cinderella unbearable. It's not like I was even needed around the house anymore, so I started slipping away more often to Henry. One afternoon, we decided to explore the woods near the estate, and barely 20 minutes in, there was a loud snap, a startled yelp, and I turned around to see Henry dangling upside down from a tree in a hunter's trap. I couldn't help laughing as he flailed around, trying to reach up and unhook
Okay,
himself.
this is where we bond.
A little help before I pass out, maybe?
I was just waiting for you to ask. I started tugging at the trap rope, but Henry kept giving me instructions nonstop.
You're doing it wrong. Step to your left, pull tighter, then twist. No, not like that. Oh, you'll break it.
Do you think I'm a helpless little girl who can't possibly figure out a rope trap for herself?
Have you ever seen a rope trap before in your life?
Of course not, because all I do is embroider cushions and sigh dramatically.
I bet you don't even know how to embroider.
You're right, I hate it. My threads get so tangled up that I want to poke someone in the eye with my needle.
Violent and unladylike. You're a real catch.
I yanked hard at the rope, and his face swung towards mine.
Whoa, whoa.
Suddenly, we were too close, and his lashes were longer than any boy's had a right to be.
Love.
You're...
Spider. Yeah, I was about to say Spider-Man scene right here. Gotta go for the kiss. You just have to. Like, if you don't, you're breaking the law of the Spider-Man scene. It's like going under a what are those things for Christmas? Mistletoe and not kissing. You just have to do it. It's a must do. Game is game.
Your eyes are really pretty.
Flattery isn't gonna make me help you faster.
No, really. They're dark and deep, like pools one could drown in.
That's just the blood rushing to your head. I quickly moved to brace the rope again, when suddenly I noticed his shirt had slipped to reveal his belt, which had a silver crest. The royal crest.
Oh.
Wait, are you from the palace?
Define from.
Define it before I drop you straight on your head.
Technically, yes.
Are you the court jester?
Nah,
the guy
I'm
who
the prince,
polishes
baby.
the king's shoes?
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna need better answers before I help you. I pushed him hard and sent him swinging like a pendulum.
Oh, come on, Lady Dracula, just let me down.
That's when I heard boots thundering through the woods. And before I could react, a pair of soldiers in armor grabbed me roughly by the arms. Another two swooped in, expertly cutting
Damn.
Henry down and catching him before he face-planted into the dirt.
Endangering the crown prince.
Boy, you saw that. Hold on, go back.
Armor grabbed boots thundering through the woods. And before I could react, a pair of soldiers in armor grabbed me roughly by the arms. Another two swooped in, expertly cutting Henry down
Why the fuck did they got a slice like that?
and catching him before he face-planted into the
Well
dirt.
done.
Endangering the crown prince is a punishable offense, girl.
Endangering the who now?
Stand down, and she's harmless, unless she has a needle and thread in her hands.
I just gaped at him. You're the crowned prince?
Yes, first name, Crown, second name, Prince.
You told me just Henry.
Well, I am just Henry sometimes. You never asked follow-up questions. You will say nothing of this to anyone, men. Same as you. Keep quiet about my visits here. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Highness.
Your Highness? Your Highness?
You look like you're both spiraling and want to murder me.
No, that's just my normal expression.
Now, since we're being honest and going for full disclosure,
You're a liar who got forced into telling the truth.
how about you tell me your real name too?
Drizella.
That's pretty. Dracula suits you better.
Lots of names are coming to my mind for you, but I shall refrain from using them since I know who you are now. Good day, Your Highness.
Hey, don't let this
Yeah,
change
why does
things
that make
between
me-
us.
But I kept
Come
walking
on.
without turning to reply.
That makes me a bad guy now. You can't trust me now because what? I'm wealthy. I come from abundance. Like, come on. I'm still a good dude. And I'm trying to marry you. Till I see Cinderella, that is.
Could it not change things between us? The boy I'd been sneaking off to meet, regularly insulted, hit a couple of times, and maybe, possibly, definitely liked, was the freaking crown prince. I didn't go back to the estate for days, still finding the truth about him too overwhelming. But eventually, I cracked, so I wrote back.
There's a theme in this video. Let's already get to the theme. Some of these niggas are just not good at chasing the bag. Like, what? He's a crown prince? Oh, I'm in there! You're not asking me twice. You're not asking me 3 times. We together like chicken and rice. Like, some of y'all are just not good at chasing the bag. What are we doing? Just get pregnant today. Today. Go up in there and lay down with him.
To the old estate one afternoon, and my heart skipped a beat to find him already there, throwing pebbles into a broken fountain.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. I was beginning to think you died. Or got married.
Sorry to disappoint you, but still alive and unwed.
You know, I was this close to going around town and knocking on random doors to inquire after a girl with violent tendencies and great hair.
I just rolled my eyes, but inside, I was smiling stupidly.
Yeah.
We just sat in silence for a while.
I come here sometimes because it's all just too much.
Yeah, buddy.
Silence for a while.
I come here sometimes because it's all just too much. The title, the expectations, the spotlight. I don't even get along with my father mostly. I know I'm gonna sound like an ungrateful brat, but sometimes I just don't want to be the prince.
I
I
come
feel that.
here for
You
quite
know?
the up.
The world is just all on your shoulders. You're not sure how to handle it sometimes, my guy. But you got a responsibility. I forgot where I was going with that.
Opposite reason, I suppose. I feel invisible in my own house, completely replaced by my stepsister. My pride wouldn't let me say the gardener's daughter. She's perfect. Everyone admires and adores her. It's not hard to see why.
Come on, no one's perfect.
Oh no, she really is. I'm sure this sounds like some petty sister jealousy, and it doesn't compare to your royal problems. But honestly,
this
they
gonna
don't
be
sound so bad.
sad.
No one expects.
Oh, it's gonna be so sad. She's literally pouring out her heart to this guy right now, saying, and he's like, she can't be that perfect. Like, she's pouring out, and he's still gonna choose to take Cinderella. Oh man, that's gonna be rough. Like, bro, I just poured out how much I feel like a second-class citizen compared to her. I'm dumping everything on you, and you still gonna choose her, bro? Ugh.
Anything from me. Well, except maybe being more ladylike so I can marry some stuffy lord one day. But you could do so much with your life, Henry. And people expect things from you because you're important. Because you matter. Henry reached across the space between us and slipped his fingers through mine.
You matter to me.
As my heart tripped over itself, he leaned in and kissed me. It was clumsy at first. Our noses bumped, my hair got stuck in his stupid jacket, and we started laughing. But it was so sweet and real. And for a while, I forgot Cinderella.
That's beautiful right there.
I forgot he was royalty. I forgot about everything. It was just me and Henry. I floated through the next few weeks like some lovesick idiot. Of course, like any self-respecting lady, I didn't show it.
You're grinning like you've got a clothes hanger stuck in your mouth. What is so funny about my art?
I wasn't grinning. And what art?
The one you're staring at, my masterpiece. I made this cat sculpture from old socks and glue.
Ah, that art. The one cleverly disguised as garbage. It's the loveliest duck I've ever seen.
Cat. It's a cat.
Yes, that's what I said. It was the happiest I'd ever felt in my entire stupid life, which naturally meant the universe had to kick me in the teeth soon.
Oh.
One afternoon at the estate, Henry sat me down with a serious look I didn't like one bit.
I have to leave for a while.
What, running away to join the circus?
No. Father's sending me across the sea for an official royal delegation. It could be months, even a year, maybe.
I forgot how to breathe for a few seconds.
Drizella, you made me realize that I need to take my position and privilege more seriously instead of whining about it. So, yeah, I'm really trying.
I'm really proud of you, Henry. And I just know you're gonna be brilliant. But
is he just gonna
selfish
leave?
part of me wanted to scream.
Oh, this
"Don't
is still
go.
kind of sad if it ends
Just
like this.
stay." We promised to write regularly, no matter what. And for a while, his letters were the only thing keeping me sane. Of course, I always picked them up from the post office. I didn't want to draw anyone's attention to our correspondence.
Dearest Countess Dracula, you will be thrilled to know that the local delicacy here is fermented fish eyeballs. Guess who had to eat 3? Smiling all the while. I cannot sleep at night because I keep imagining those eyeballs swimming around my gut, winking at each other. Send help.
Dearest one-time goat milker, I regret to
Cinderella gonna see the freaking letters. Cinderella is gonna see the letters. Oh man. Oh, it's gonna be. Why is Cinderella the villain? This doesn't even feel right.
inform you that my life is way more exciting than yours. Just today, Cinderella invented chamomile soap and taught her cat to fetch her ribbons. Anastasia lost an intense staring match to a goat. Mother tried flirting with the milkman, and he fled on the aforementioned goat. I am
Everyone just not knowing how to chase. Nigga, you a milkman. You could be upright. Like, bro, milkman, what are you doing? You already know how to squirt milk. You have the skills. You just gotta just use it on something else. Like, what are you doing?
milkman, and he fled on the aforementioned goat. I am so close to faking my own death.
P.S. I miss your face and your insults. Mostly your insults. Fine, also your face.
P.S. I miss insulting you too. I'm forced to practice my skills on vendors at the market, but it's not the same. They cry too easily. Of course, it wasn't ideal, but every letter kept him close. And for now, it was enough. But then, the letters stopped coming.
Oh no.
At first, I told myself it was all fine. There
No,
could be a
not like
million
this.
reasons for delays.
Not like
But
this.
when 2 months passed by with no word, I started to feel a bit crazy.
Not like
Still
this.
nothing for you, same as earlier this afternoon.
Cinderella has 'em?
And scream no at you.
Cinderella's been following her to get the letters, dude. Has been. Oh, that's.
Come
Oh.
across the street every morning? You might consider picking up a hobby. How about embroidery?
I wasn't getting any letters, but I didn't stop sending them. Pages filled with jokes, questions, news, bad drawings. But weeks and weeks went by, and still, there was no reply. By now, my heart was filled with dread. What if something had happened to him? But if that was the case, the news would be everywhere. And then finally, a letter arrived one morning. My hands were trembling so much, I almost ripped the letter trying to
I'm
open the
married.
envelope.
I got married.
Dear Drizella,
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Hey, yo. All right, we got part 2 right on the video. We got part 2 right here, though. We got part 2 right here, though. What am I even
And then
saying?
finally, a letter arrived one morning. My hands were trembling so much, I almost ripped the letter trying to open the envelope.
Open it
Dear
up.
Drizella, my delegation has been extended and my duties have grown. I'm far too busy now to keep up with our correspondence. I hope you understand and wish you well.
Oh, no.
Prince
He's going to get
Henry.
married
I
to someone
read it
else.
3 times, as if expecting other words to magically appear the more I stared at the
Oh,
paper.
that's so
That was
sad.
it. Just this cold, impersonal letter after all these months. I told myself that he was really busy with big, important things. It had been almost a year since he left, and people can change. It's not like he ever said he loved me or promised me anything. And of course, there was nothing left to do now but move on with dignity and grace. I found great comfort in pastries and gained a lot of weight.
Oh,
I
man.
considered becoming a nun, but decided against it since nuns aren't allowed to curse. I went to the village witch and said a friend was asking about ways to hex a prince. I started writing a vicious breakup letter to Henry.
Relax.
I realized you can't break up with someone you were never technically with,
Yes.
so I ate more pastries. Then, I started running at dawn, lost all the weight, and used Cinderella's stupidly good skin and hair stuff so he'd choke on his regret the next time he laid eyes on me. But no matter what I did, it didn't dull the ache of missing someone who didn't miss me back anymore. It had been months since that last letter, and I had picked myself up and moved on. So I wasn't
He's gonna
expecting
come
my stomach
back.
to lurch
Oh, he's
when
gonna
an
be right
official
at the door.
invitation arrived from the palace, announcing a grand ball in honor of the prince's return. Great. Other people could honor him. I wasn't going. Besides, Anastasia was terrified of dancing, and Mother wouldn't be up for it either.
We gonna get to the ball. He gonna see Cinderella walk in and be like, "Swerve! I don't like your big ass nose. I'm trying to see what that blonde shorty got going on."
Over the past few months, she'd
That's gonna be
grown
so
very
sad.
weak and was always tired. I'd
Oh,
asked
no.
a couple of doctors to examine her,
Oh,
but
no.
they had no answers. Cinderella had been on top of her care, of course, always fluffing her pillows, rubbing her feet,
You don't think Cinderella killing the mom, is she? You don't think Cinderella is killing the mom, is she? Slowly poisoning her with tea.
making her special herbal teas. And the thought had crossed my mind more than once. What exactly was she putting in those concoctions? I didn't think she was beyond slowly poisoning a woman for her inheritance. I'd thrown the invitation in the trash. But sometime later, Cinderella came into the living room, clutching it to her chest.
You're invited to a royal ball. Can you believe it? Oh, I've never been to a proper ball or worn a ball gown. And I've never seen the palace.
Oh,
I know I'm
God.
not invited, but maybe I could go. If you could take me with you?
Yeah, no. We're not going. Royal balls are dull.
Take our invitation and go, love. I'll arrange a carriage for you. You deserve to have some
no.
fun.
Yeah, there was no cute fairy swishing a wand and going bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Just my own mother handing Cinderella one of her finest gowns, a string of expensive pearls, and some money to buy shoes. Because naturally, Cinderella's feet were impossibly tiny and delicate, and she couldn't borrow shoes from us ogres. And off went Cinderella, looking like a vision. Since she was finally out of the house for a few hours, there was no way I wasn't going to snoop through her room, which was, as I suspected, disgustingly perfect. Not a speck of dust, and everything was arranged with military precision. Psychopath. I rifled through her drawers, opened her wardrobe, peered under the bed. I didn't find some secret stash of poisons or a diary confessing to slow murder. I wasn't even sure what I was looking for, and I was beginning to feel stupid. I turned to leave when suddenly, my elbow bumped into a picture frame on her vanity, knocking it to the floor. I cursed under my breath as I picked it up.
What is she gonna
Luckily,
find? All
nothing
those
was
letters?
broken, and the picture had just come out. As I was placing it back in, something slipped out. A folded piece of paper tucked away carefully. And when I opened it, I recognized the handwriting instantly. I would have known it anywhere.
Dearest Drizella, I'm so sorry I haven't written in a while. A sudden, strange illness gripped me and I was too sick to be moved or even lift my head. The royal court kept quiet to avoid panic, and it took me months to recover. Even now, the physicians say the worst is not over. I'm healthy otherwise, but my vision has been compromised permanently. They expect it will continue to worsen until I lose it entirely, perhaps within a few months or a year. Before that happens, before I lose my ability to pen down words myself, I need to tell you that I'm in love with you.
Oh!
I'm not the man you deserve, but if you could ever imagine a future with me, one where I will not have my sight, but you will have all my heart, I would ask you to marry me. Yours always, Just Henry.
I read it again and again and again. My knees gave out.
Cinderella is actually, she's just a genius. She's the only one thinking about the bag in this whole series, in this whole show. Like, she's the only one really thinking about the bag. She's like, how do I get the bag? Not everyone else ain't thinking like that. Cinderella's like, bag chaser. Bag chaser. She done got herself into the palace. She's been plotting this for months. Years, maybe.
And I sank to the floor. He had loved me. He had wanted to marry me. He had needed me when he had gotten such terrible news, and I'd never even known. I'd
Because
spent all this
Cinderella.
time thinking he'd forgotten me so easily, but it wasn't true. None of it was true. But Cinderella had known. How had she gotten this letter? Had she stolen it before it reached me? Did she intercept others too? Did Henry get mine? A broken sound escaped my throat. I wasn't crazy or paranoid. I'd been right about her all along.
She's
But
a
suddenly,
freaking
the
menace.
sound of the front door opening snapped me back to reality. Cinderella had returned from the ball. I
And
rose
with Henry.
to my feet.
She's gonna
Pure
return with Henry.
Rage surging through my veins. She'd taken everything from me. But this time, she wasn't getting away with it. I ran downstairs and found Cinderella by the fireplace, humming softly. And I lunged towards her and grabbed her hair.
Oh my god, what are you doing?
I shoved the letter in her face. Why do you have this? What did you do? What did you say to him? Her blue eyes went wide. Then slowly, she smiled.
Oh
And
my
before I
God.
could react, she grabbed the letter from me and flung it into the fire.
What letter?
I saw red as I screamed and tried to yank her hair from her skull. She managed to pull away from me, but I grabbed her dress, tearing away the silk. She shoved me, and I stumbled back as I ripped the pearls from her throat. Mother and Anastasia came running in.
Oh yeah, you gotta push her in the fire for that one. Nah. Nah. You got, like, after that, you have to push her in the fire. My love letter, just like, what letter? What letter? Oh, the intrusive thoughts would have been kicking. They would have been kicking.
And at the noise,
What is happening?
She's attacking me! She's gone mad!
Oh my
Get
God,
her
there's
out
no
of
way you
here.
can believe her,
I
Mom.
swear I will kill her if you don't. You don't know what she's done.
Oh my God, you know what? And she just left her glass slipper at the prince's house. Isn't that how Cinderella goes? And she did that shit on purpose! Oh my god! Oh my god, she did that shit on purpose! It wasn't an accident! She knows that nigga's blind. She knows he can't see shit. She gonna find, oh my god! That's why she was in the living room dancing. She's like, yes, I just got myself a rich man. I just got myself some money. Like, she's going crazy. This nigga is different.
I will kill her if you don't. You don't know what she's done. She stole him from me.
What? Who are you talking about?
Henry, the crown prince. We were in love.
Nah, she's
he
different,
wanted to
Charizard.
marry me. Mother and Anastasia just stared at me like I was speaking a foreign language. She's
Marry
crazy
you?
and jealous. She's always hated me.
Drizella, you've lost your mind and you're scaring us.
No, I'm not crazy. I'll prove it. I tore up the stairs, running to my room. I flung open the chest under my bed
They're all
where I
gone.
kept all our letters.
They're gone.
They were gone. All of them. I stumbled back down the stairs, half mad with grief and rage. I charged at Cinderella again.
Oh my
But
god.
Mother blocked my path and shielded her.
You will not come near her again, you hear me? Enough.
I couldn't breathe. I bolted from the house and ran out into the cold. I stumbled into the barn and sank onto the dirt floor, sobbing until my whole body hurt. I didn't know how much time had passed, but eventually the door creaked open and Anastasia walked in softly, kneeling beside me.
If you say you talked to the prince, if you say you loved him, I believe you.
You do?
I knew you were hurting this past year. I mean, I know what eating your feelings looks like. But you just shut me out. I wish you hadn't.
I leaned into her, the way we used to when we were little girls, feeling scared of
At least
thunder.
someone's there for
And
us.
she pulled me into a warm hug. Thank you. I didn't sleep a wink that night. Henry's letter replaying itself over and over in my mind. Tomorrow, I was going to the palace. I didn't have a plan or some speech prepared. I just knew I had to see him, and I wasn't coming back home without doing it.
You gotta find a way to win this battle, and you're not gonna win it with beauty. Once he sees Cinderella, it's over for you. Like, you're not gonna win it that way. But how you can win it is by oiling up those 11-inch feet, sticking them in his mouth and saying, "You'll never get feet like this again." And boom. He'll never leave you. He'll never leave you. This is actually way more sad than Attack on Titan can be, and this shit made me take a walk after.
Dawn that I prepared my horse to leave when a servant handed over a letter.
Important news! By decree of His Majesty,
He's getting married.
members of the royal family will be visiting each household in this town today.
What? Why would the royal family be doing
Oh,
that?
the slipper.
Would Henry be among them? I didn't know what was going on, but I had to stay back for the visit. Cinderella was probably still holed up in Mother's room, which was good for her, because if I saw her face, I would tear her apart.
Nigga.
I paced around
Fucking
impatient.
blonde hair, blue eyes. Hitler's spawn. The only blonde hair, blue eyed nigga I like is Naruto. That's it. The rest of y'all niggas I can't trust. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Looking out the window for any signs of the royal delegation
Jesus.
approaching. I thought I'd get a better view from the attic, so I ran up. And as I stood there, with my face pressed to the window, suddenly, the hair on the back of my neck stood up. I turned, and Cinderella was standing in the doorway,
Oh
her
my God.
eyes gleaming.
Oh my
Before I could run
God.
towards her, she slammed the door shut, and I heard the lock click. Let me out! You crazy witch! Let me out! And when I saw the royal delegation arrive at our house, I felt manic. I kicked and banged and screamed until my throat was raw. But no one heard me. Why was the royal family here? What was Cinderella doing?
Yeah, I would just break the window,
Finally,
bro. I don't know what
heard
you're
someone
doing.
running up the stairs, and the door burst open.
The prince is here.
He's here. He's here. And he just asked Cinderella to marry him.
The words punched the air out of my lungs.
You have to go. You have to stop him. Hurry.
Just as the royal delegation was preparing to leave. And there he was.
He can't
Henry
even
was
see you,
standing
dude.
beside Cinderella, his hand cradling hers gently as he bent to kiss her fingers.
Oh my
Henry,
God.
no, you can't marry her.
You don't know who she is! Everyone froze, including him. He slowly turned to me, squinting his eyes hard, and then his face hardened to stone.
I told you she would never let me escape.
Henry, whatever she's told you, it's all lies.
Address me properly, miss. It's Crown Prince Henry.
Okay, Crown Prince Henry. You cannot
All the
marry
history
that
we had?
two-faced witch.
Don't do this.
A ripple of murmurs went through the small crowd gathering around us.
I need a moment alone with her.
He led me forcefully into the stables away from everyone and slammed the door behind us.
You are the biggest liar I've ever met. All the time you whined about your perfect stepsister replacing you, when it was just a poor, abandoned girl that you and your family made your slave?
Oh
I
my
felt like he'd
God.
slapped me in the face.
She didn't even dare tell me her name yesterday at the ball. She said she sneaked away because she wasn't allowed to exist freely, not
Oh my
even for
God.
a night. Then she ran away before I could even ask who she was.
And left
All
her
I had was
slipper.
her slipper she left behind by accident. And then imagine looking for her and finding that you're the villain in her story.
Henry, she's a manipulative psychopath. She stole my letters. She stole yours.
Oh my God, I gotta air this place out. Like, this is. Oh, I need this. Pew, pew. Oh, Cinderella, you gotta die. You gotta die. This is crazy. You gotta die.
I didn't even know you were sick or losing your sight.
Stop lying. It was your handwriting on the letter I got, where you told me you couldn't be with me because of my illness. Where you
What?
said it would be better to end things before they really even began.
I
What?
never wrote that letter. She faked it. I think she always knew about us right from the start.
Are you really so twisted that you think she plotted all this? So according to you, she intercepted our letters, forged your handwriting, and had been spying on us all along?
That is hard to believe. No. If you really sit there in the moment, that's pretty hard to believe. How is she able to do that so well? Like, it'd be pretty hard to believe, for sure. For sure. But, like, you gotta trust me.
Just to ruin things between us one day?
I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. For a second, a shadow of doubt crossed his face, and I thought he might believe me. But then, his jaw tightened.
No. You didn't want me. And now you just don't want her to have me either.
My heart felt like it would explode. You met her last night. How can you marry someone you don't even know?
As if time is a guarantee of anything. I knew you for much longer, but it turns out I didn't know you at all. She knows about my ailment, and she accepted me as I am. And even though I've lost most of my sight now, when I look at her, she glows like an angel.
Oh
She's
my.
kind and beautiful and good. I know she will save me, and I will save her from you.
As
Oh
he
my
started walking
God.
away, I felt something break inside me, like a monster being unleashed.
Oh my God.
Maybe it's a blessing you're going blind, Henry.
Oh.
I hope it happens faster for your sake.
Oh.
It's better if you're spared from seeing the snake you're marrying, or the fool you've become.
Oh.
And I wouldn't have married you anyway.
Oh.
A blind fool is no prince, only a burden.
Oh.
Mind your tongue when speaking to your prince. And if you ever cross my path again, I will have you exiled.
I walked
Oh.
out after him and watched from a distance as he took Cinderella's hand, lifted her into the royal carriage, and rode away, taking every dream I'd ever dared to have with him. What was it that Henry had called me? Ah, yes, the villain in Cinderella's story, and that she would save him.
Bro said I'm airing his whole fucking kingdom out. Yo. No, this is so insane. This is actually ridiculous. Cinderella is just an A1 villain. Like, there's a certain point where there's nothing you can do. Right? She was able to forge your handwriting so well, intercept your messages, leave a freaking letter leave her slipper. Ugh. She's just too good. She's thinking like 5 steps ahead. Jeez.
And he would save her from me. Yes, her beauty was
Oh no,
so
she's
bright,
going freaking
It
evil.
even enchanted an almost
Wicked
blind man.
witch to the
It made
freaking
everyone else.
What is it? Wicked Witch of the West type evil? She's losing it. She's literally turning into her mom right now. She's losing it.
Walls look ugly. I calmly stepped over to the oil lamp and knocked it over. Then I stood back and watched as the flames ran up the curtains, licked up the walls, ate up her belongings, gobbled up all her lies. The whole room blazed, and it felt good.
Oh my.
The fire spread faster than I'd expected. The house was old, and the walls were bone dry. By the time the servants managed to put it out, half the estate was gone. Mother, heartbroken and sickly, packed up what little we had left and moved in with some distant relatives. Anastasia went with her. And me? Well, I was declared unwell, hysterical, and quite dangerous.
What?
I was locked up in a sanatorium, just a fancy word for a prison with prettier walls. Anastasia tried to visit me regularly the first few years, bringing me sweet treats and books, but over time, the visits got fewer, and eventually, they stopped altogether. And so, here I stayed, my name forgotten, just one half of the ugly stepsisters duo. The real question is, did Cinderella get her famous happy ending?
Did she?
Honestly, I don't know. The Crown Prince had a relapse of his disease a few years later, and this time, he did not survive it.
Oh no.
I'm sure Cinderella wore black for a while and looked stunningly tragic.
But was the happiest girl ever, because the whole point for her was just to get a bag. She don't care about the prince. She never did. She never did. She just wanted royalty, wealth. She she got exactly what she wanted. That gardener wasn't even her dad. This makes me want to punch something. No, this is crazy.
But I doubt she really mourned him, because I don't think she was capable of loving anything or anyone. But who knows? Maybe she lived happily ever after anyway, bedecked in jewels and finery, admired and beloved by the people, and with a whole castle to scrub to sparkling perfection. Anyway, this is how my story ends. It's
Like that?
so depressing, isn't it? But
Like
don't
that?
worry. This version won't stick, because no one really wants the truth. Not when the truth is ugly and the liar is beautiful.
I am a My Story animated fan, and no one is going to take that from me from now on. I don't even care. I am officially this is my first My Story animated I've ever watched. I've never seen one. I am a fan. Wow.
Feel something.
I'm taking a walk. Wow.